Hey everybody, my name is Alice. I want to tell you one story from my brother Jack's life, which was very lucky for him. As children, we lived in a small house on the outskirts of the city. Our family was not rich, and my brother and I were always wearing old, shabby clothes that we were getting from our relatives. I wanted to help my parents, so I worked various part-time jobs, handing out leaflets and even as a cashier at McDonald's, but unfortunately it brought very little income. Jack also wanted to help, but he was too young and no one would accept him anywhere. On Jack's 14th birthday, just like on his other birthdays, he gave out invitation cards to the entire class. He did it so that at least someone would come because he had few friends. But as always, the only ones who came to celebrate with him were a couple of his friends from the class, Mike and Tom, and of course our grandma. They all sat down at the table because my brother was sure that no one else would come, and to his surprise, they heard a knock on the door. Knock, knock. Jack was shocked, but he rushed to see who was there behind the door. He opened it, and at the doorstep, he saw his new classmate, Casey, a rich little princess. She handed him an envelope with a gift. My brother and his guests were shocked that such a big-deal person would come to his birthday. Jack led her inside the house, thanking her for the gift, and the four of them had a great time, while our mother and grandmother were looking at Jack's childhood photos and laughing. A little while later, I came home from college. My gift for Jack was a box of chocolates and a new t-shirt. He was very happy and invited me to play board games with him. I agreed and we went to Jack's room, where Casey, Tom, Mike were waiting for us. As girls, we quickly became friends with Casey, and to Jack's surprise, she turned out to be a very cool friend, although he and the boys thought she was toxic. When everyone left, Jack started to open the gifts that the guests presented to him. Tom gave him a football, Mike's gift was some money, and Casey's envelope had a fancy gold pen in it. Jack valued this pen very much and didn't waste its ink. He only used it for important things so that it would last as long as possible. Altogether, he stretched the pleasure of writing with a pen for 9 months, and yet the ink had to run out. Hoping that it would still write a little longer, Jack decided to unscrew the top of the pen, take out the ink piece, and lightly blow into it. This is what our mom taught us to do when the pen stopped writing. And that's what Jack did. He unscrewed the top part, but suddenly something fell out of the pen. It was a small bright green capsule. Then he opened this capsule and took a piece of paper out of it. It was a note. It had numbers and dots written on it. Jack did not understand anything, and he showed me the note. I said it looked like coordinates. The next day, Jack and I took the bus to the place indicated on the note. It turned out that it was quite far from our home, but curiosity outweighed the feelings of fear. When we arrived at the place, we were close to some kind of field. I said that we should probably go there. We walked across the field for about 50 meters, and then Jack fell down, tripping over something. I was very scared for him because we were in an unfamiliar place, and anything could happen here. But luckily, it was just a box. We decided to carefully open it, and oh my God! There was $1,000 in it! Jack and I screamed with happiness and immediately called Casey. We told her about everything, and she started laughing because she thought that we would find this money 9 months ago. But we only arrived today. Jack gave half of the money to our parents, another quarter to me, and kept the rest for his own entertainment. The following weekend, Jack and I took Casey to the movies at our expense. After the movie, we thanked her 100 times for such a huge gift and hugged her goodbye. Many years later, we and Casey are still friends, and we're glad that she was the one who came to Jack's 14th birthday. Such a kind girl who selflessly helps other people.